Welcome back to Breaking News in 5 Minutes. Today, we're delving deep into the escalating tensions in the Middle East, with a spotlight on the crisis in Israel and Gaza. In this gripping episode, we unravel the complex layers of this conflict, revealing information that has global implications. Stick with us to understand how recent developments could alter the course of this high-stakes geopolitical crisis. Recent events have intensified the already volatile situation between Israel and Hamas. U.S. President Joe Biden and Secretary of State Antony Blinken are pushing for humanitarian pauses, stressing that aid isn't reaching Gaza quickly enough amid Israel's ongoing bombing campaign. Adding to the global outcry, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres is demanding an immediate ceasefire, citing severe violations of international law. This stance has caused a stir, prompting Israel's foreign minister to cancel a planned meeting with Guterres, signaling heightened tensions on the diplomatic front. The situation takes a more precarious turn as the Israeli military counters Hamas divers' infiltration attempts. The conflict, now witnessing an expanded scope, involves additional fronts with Lebanon and Syria, adding a new dimension of risk to an already combustible scenario. In a potentially pivotal dialogue, President Biden and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have embarked on discussions emphasizing diplomatic efforts to stabilize the Middle East and the urgent necessity of humanitarian aid to Gaza. These talks allude to broader peace discussions, a critical undercurrent in the strategy to alleviate the crisis. A concerning development amidst the chaos is the U.S.'s formulation of evacuation plans for Americans in the Middle East, suggesting preparations for possible conflict escalation. Simultaneously, French President Emmanuel Macron's engagements in the region highlight global distress concerning the humanitarian situation in Gaza. His talks with influential regional leaders indicate an urgent plea for collaborative action against Hamas, asserting the intrinsic value of every life involved in this crisis. As the landscape evolves with artillery exchanges across borders, acknowledgements of sluggish humanitarian aid, and endorsements for ceasefire periods, the international community finds itself at a crossroads. Each decision made could either pave the way toward a resolution or plunge the region further into chaos. We urge you, our viewers, to engage with this ongoing issue. If this content resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to ensure this vital discussion reaches wider audiences. We want to hear from you. What should be the international community's next step in addressing this crisis? Share your insights in the comments. Thank you for choosing Breaking News in 5 Minutes as your trusted news source. Stay informed as we navigate these turbulent times together. Now, try to in the beginning say something that could attract the attention of the users until the end. Are we on the brink of a new world crisis? In today's exclusive coverage, we're uncovering shocking developments in the Israel-Gaza conflict that could ripple across the globe, affecting us all. You won't want to miss the astounding revelations we're about to share. Stay with us until the end to find out the critical role major world powers are playing, and how a misstep could trigger consequences far beyond the Middle East. U.S. President Joe Biden has made a startling admission. Humanitarian aid is failing to reach Gaza fast enough, a dire situation amidst the relentless conflict. The urgency has escalated to the point where humanitarian pauses might be our only hope to prevent a catastrophe. The plot thickens with UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres demanding an immediate ceasefire, pointing to alarming violations of international law. This move wasn't without backlash, igniting diplomatic tensions as the Israeli foreign minister called off a meeting with Guterres, marking a rocky path ahead for international relations. But that's not all. In a dramatic turn of events, the Israeli military has engaged with Hamas divers attempting a stealthy sea entry. This high-stakes operation signals an expansion of conflict zones, now drawing Lebanon and Syria into the fray, escalating the overall risk of this tumultuous situation. In a bid to defuse the tension, President Biden engaged in crucial talks with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Their conversation, centered around stabilization efforts and the dire need for humanitarian aid in Gaza, hints at a larger geopolitical chess game involving broader peace talks that could reshape the Middle Eastern political landscape. Here's where it gets even more unsettling. The U.S. is devising evacuation plans for its citizens from the Middle East. This move, a clear indicator of the anticipated escalation, underscores the gravity of the conflict and its potential to spiral out of control. Adding his voice to the growing chorus of concern, French President Emmanuel Macron emphasizes the intolerable civilian suffering in Gaza. His back-to-back meetings with key regional figures advocate a unified stand against Hamas and reaffirm the sanctity of human life, regardless of nationality. As we witness artillery fire echoing across borders, slow-moving aid deliveries, and fervent calls for humanitarian pauses, the world holds its breath. Each decision, each action taken, is now a potential tipping point that could either usher in hope for resolution or push us into an era of chaos and war. This story is rapidly evolving, and the stakes have never been higher. Your engagement is crucial. If you find these insights valuable, we urge you to like, subscribe, and share this video to keep this critical conversation going. What do you think the next move should be in this global dilemma? Your opinions matter to us, so please leave your comments below. Thank you for tuning into Breaking News in 5 minutes. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and be part of the dialogue as we confront these defining moments in our world history together.